Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Betty Young. We removed our face coverings prior to the start of filming to facilitate American Sign Language interpretation. Today's Santa Clara County COVID status. As of June 16, 2020, we currently have 3,254 confirmed cases. We have no new deaths. Our total death count is at 151. As always, everyone in the family and the county family expresses their condolences to those who have lost their loved ones to this pandemic. Our hearts are with you. Today's Facebook Live briefing will be on the current status of the county's public health order and that of the beauty industry, personal care services, gyms, and fitness centers. The state of California is allowing more businesses to open this Friday, June 19th. Hair, nail, beauty, and personal care salons are not reopening this Friday in Santa Clara County. The Santa Clara County public health order remains the same, and we wanted to spend some time today to talk more about the reasons why behind that. We do not currently have a reopening date. This is something that we are constantly monitoring, assessing, and reassessing, because this is what we know about transmission. We know that the best ways to prevent transmission is through social distance, wearing face coverings, and avoiding high touch points. These services and industries that we are talking about today require close contact between people and equipment for extended periods of time, which may increase the opportunity for transmission of COVID-19. As we learn more about transmission, prevention, best practices to inform our guidances, we are cautiously, carefully moving forward. Something that we are constantly doing, we started doing in the last month or so, a little bit even before that, due to your help, is that we have been conducting convenings. The Board of Supervisors conducted a series of special hearings. Our office, on behalf of the Emergency Operations Center, is conducting online forums with nail salon owners. We've been reaching out to hair salon owners. We've received a lot of feedback from hair salon owners, a lot of feedback from gyms and fitness centers, and also nail salon owners to inform future guidelines that will be reasonable. Reasonable in the sense that everyone will be able to do it within reason, without undue expenditures, and also that are safe. Balance with prioritizing the safe and the safety and health of workers and customers. I just want to start by saying that, before we get into talking with our special guest today, is that the beauty care industry and the nail salon industry is an industry that I grew up in. During this time, I have been witness, as many of you are, to the hardships and the challenges that many in our personal care industry are experiencing right now. And this is something that's very important to the county. We know that small businesses is the lifeblood. It's the center of wellness for our county and for our families. And we are fully aware. We're constantly monitoring comments, feedback, emails that are received through our FAQ web form, phone calls through our call center, feedback that are sent through these forums to inform future guidelines. So with that, I just want to welcome our guest today to help us continue this conversation. Linda Doe is here with us. Linda is the owner of Blossom Nail Spa. Blossom Nail Spa is the first salon in the county to be certified as a healthy nail salon. It's a program that we're very proud of here in Santa Clara County. It is the most robust healthy nail salon recognition program in the country. And that's something that we aim to continue, that tradition, and to continue prioritizing the health and safety of all the workers in the personal care industry and that of the customers. Linda, welcome.
Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for the county, and thank you, Betty, for having me here today on this important discussion.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. So, let's just start off. I know that we've been shuttered for the last 3 months. I know that it's not been easy, but, can you tell us a little about just how it's been for you and your business and for those of your colleagues?
It has been extremely tough, very stressful financially. I keep in contact with my employees all the time to ask how they're doing, their well-being, because the nail salon industry for us is our livelihood. And I have, young immigrant women who are single mothers, and they depend on this for survival. But then again, at home, they have young children, and they have parents, elders that they live with. They're very concerned that if, yes, we reopen, and I'm going to go to work, what happens if I get contracted with COVID-19? So they are very worried, and we have these discussions all the time. And I just try to tell them that, I'm working with the county to come, and other nail salon owners, to come up with safety measures to protect us, protect workers on a safe reopening.
How does your staff react? Or, I mean, I'm sure we've been talking a lot. Everyone's been talking a lot since the state issued their set of guidelines and announced that, that salons may be opening this Friday, June 19th, in the counties where it's allowed, and it's not allowed here in Santa Clara County. How has you and your staff reacted to that?
At first, there was a lot of miscommunication. They were kind of confused of, okay, are we open on the 19th? What's going on? But I've always like to keep them updated, and because I'm working with the county, to tell them that, we are working on safety measures right now. And as soon as we get guidelines from the county and instruct us what to do, we will follow.
What are your biggest fears, when it comes to reopening or just remaining closed?
One of the biggest fear I have is, okay, let's say we are open. What happens if there's a second wave and we have to close again? What are we going to do? What measures are we going to take? What steps are we going to do?
Yeah, that is an unfortunate, devastating trend that we are seeing across the country this morning, with other jurisdictions having to reclose fairly shortly after reopening. So we certainly are monitoring and assessing and constantly reassessing the situation, in other jurisdictions and here in Santa Clara County. Because when we do this, folks, we want to do it right. We want to make sure the guidelines, again, are reasonable while prioritizing the health and safety of workers and customers, so that, we don't have to backtrack or backslide, to have to close again. And no one can really predict the future. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, which is why we spend so much time monitoring our data, our numbers, and spend so much time engaging with small businesses and members of the industry to make sure that we're heading in the right direction. I know that it's tough. We've asked a lot of nail salons and businesses and hair salons and gyms and fitness already to shelter in place and to be our partners in abiding by the public health order. But we have to ask you for a little bit more, to continue to stay patient with us, and please send us your feedback. Tell us what guidelines work for you. Do the state's guidelines work for you? Is that something that can be implemented? Is there something that's been missed? Is there something unique to Santa Clara County, because we are a very special county, one of the most diverse populations and a large population? Is there something that's missing the mark for Santa Clara County, for your salons, for your facilities? Are there differences that need to be made for smaller facilities and larger facilities? At this time, I want to point out that there are resources in the county. We continue to make more investments in resources. Please check our county website, www.secgov.org/coronavirus. You probably could see it right underneath me right now on screen as the banner. And we regularly post our resources there. At any time, you can always call 211 to seek out resources and find out what's currently available to support small businesses, and also clarification on the guidance. Linda, can I want to ask you, like many businesses, you've had to pivot and reimagined your business for the future. But in the meantime, what are some of the things that you've been doing while remaining closed?
I've been very transparent on social media with my customers and my employees, to let them know what the re-imaging of a nail salon would look like, especially for Blossom Nail Spa. We're going to have safety measures, temperature checks, provide higher sanitation, which we already do. They'll still see our employees with facial masks, gloves, but mainly the difference is now that they'll see our salon in plexiglass to kind of have a separation to protect our employees and customers.
And this is everything that you've done, and many salons have done this already, both hair and nail and personal care salons. We've heard from you. So many of you have taken the proactive steps to be ready and prepared for reopening. But even with the county having not released any guidelines yet. So, share with us too what you've done already. So is that something that we need to include in our guidelines? Are these the standards that should be applied to all salons, all personal care facilities across the industry? Okay. Linda, what advice do you have for other, if you will, what advice do you have for customers? So, your customers, the customers of nail salons, hair salons, I'm devoted to my hairstylist. I know exactly the nail salon I go to, and they're like family to me. So we've heard a lot from your customers, from the industry's customers, demanding that we reopen, making sure that we take care of you all, that make sure that we do right by you all. What advice do you have for customers who really want to support their favorite gym, their favorite nail salon, their favorite hair salon, their favorite esthetician, their favorite personal care facility?
The biggest recommendation I would give to customers is please purchase gift certificates. Show them that you support them, that you are waiting for them. As a business owner, we are facing financial hardship, but with that support, just knowing that we can't be closed forever, we will reopen. I really believe that with the help of the county to set guidelines for us and to give them a morale that customers are waiting for them to reopen. So please, gift certificates are the best way to support small businesses right now that are closed.
Yeah, and then maybe even shouting out your favorite salon. We have a very active comments section, I'm sure, right now. Shout out your favorite salon.
Yes, please.
Tell us who we should be reaching out to. If you have a salon that you know, or a care facility or a gym that you know is doing all the right things, and we need to take a note from them, list them in the comments section. We will surely reach out to them. I guess, Linda, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate everything that you've done, and thank you for being willing to be so visible. I know that this is not what you usually do, so thank you. I want to thank you for that. And thank you for all the work and all the proactiveness you've done for your own salon and sharing that with us, the county. So please continue providing us your feedback and letting us know what we should be doing when we look at the reopening of nail salons, hair salons, personal care facilities, gyms, and fitness centers. Now, I also want to give a shout out to our gyms and fitness centers. You have been a very, very vocal group and demographic, and what we've learned from you is that this is a very science-based, very, very technical industry who understands our public health order and has given us a lot of really good feedback on how to do this the right way. I just want to let you know that we hear you, we see you, we're taking all your feedbacks and comments, and it's all informing our future plans, which at this time are still being developed. We are not reopening this Friday. We do not have a reopening date set yet for the personal care, fitness, and gym industry, but we are actively working on it. Please stay tuned. Please reach out to us. We would love to include as many business owners, as many workers from this industry as possible in our ongoing conversations with the community to inform our future guidelines. Now, for all the businesses that are allowed to operate now, please remember that they are required to have this COVID prepared sign in the window. Look for this sign. This sign means that they are COVID prepared, that they have a social distancing protocol, and I'm going to ask that, these plans don't work without the cooperation of customers. So I ask that our customers, sorry, I'm going to hold the sign higher. I'm going to add, these plans don't work without the cooperation of customers. So as customers out there, please make sure that you are abiding by the social distancing protocols of your favorite restaurant, your favorite business, your favorite local cafe. The businesses that are allowed to open right now, make sure that you know their protocol and that you're abiding by it. That is the way that we're going to get through this together. Thank you so much for being here today. As always, please check our county website for the latest updates, www.seccgov.org/coronavirus. We are ramping up testing and community testing sites across the county, so check www.seccfreetest.org. Workers who are currently working and engaging with members of the public should be tested at least once a month. Testing is free, testing is safe, and immigrant friendly. And we have new pop-up sites happening every single week, so please check the site for that. Finally, I just want to thank you again for being here today. Thank you for everything that you've done and continue to do to protect the health and safety of our collective community. Linda, any last words for our audience today before we sign off? I just want to say to all the customers that are waiting for your salon or gyms or all the businesses that are closed, please be patient. The county is really working. They want to hear you. So please send your emails, questions, reach out to the county and your concerns. And for the business owners, don't give up. They're working really hard. So we will get through this together. Thank you. Linda, thank you so much, and just thank you for your honesty today. And I know this is it's a difficult time. I know that you consider your staff to be your family, and this is our collective county family. As a county employee, I consider every resident part of my family, and we are working on developing guidelines that will be reasonable, safe, and ensure the long-term success of our county. Thank you.
Thank you.
You did really good.